Why, hello my friends! So today's video, I am going to make a video to help you all out. So, many people, myself included, dealing with a digestive disorder, deal with chronic nausea. So these here are my tips and tricks of things that I kind of have found help me along the way on top of being on prescription nausea medication. The first thing I have here are ginger chews. I like the brand called Gingens though, the best, but these ones here are like the same thing. They taste the same. The next thing I just recently had to start being careful of because sometimes it makes my nausea escalate is Trident peppermint gum. But I find sometimes if I chew it too much, like the air and like whatever builds up in my stomach and it makes me feel more nauseous and distended than it did before I chewed it. My next thing here, well, my next three things are actually stuff like I went to see a naturopath for like more natural ways to handle nausea and get rid of it or like help prevent it. Stuff like that. And the first thing I have here is, that's French, digestion. And basically what you do with this is if you open it, it comes with a dropper and you would fill it up and you put the mixture underneath your tongue. And it's supposed to help you with nausea too. In this, there's like licorice, chamomile, dandelion, gentian, peppermint. It's used in herbal medicine to aid digestion and help relieve digestive upset. These next two things have been my go-to for the last like 3 years, and they are peppermint oil, and they just look like if you open it you can smell the peppermint, but they're just little capsules like this, and then there's peppermint oil inside them. Yeah. And then my next thing is ginger caplets, which again is the same thing. It says underneath, relieves gastrointestinal discomfort is what it says. And basically I take these quite a bit, like a bottle of 100 and normally lasts me about a month, but they just look like this, and then there's ginger inside them. And yeah, ginger is like my go-to like herb for nausea. Ginger tea, ginger gum, gingens, ginger ale, like anything to do with ginger I am pretty much down with. Give to me, it's the greatest thing in the world. Now my last thing here, and I will put a link to the in the down bar on where to like look up information on this and just whatever. So I tried acupuncture about 6 years back, but I've been using these bands for about 7 years. Like I used them way before I even started trying acupuncture. But anyways, I have PSI bands here, and mine just look like this. They're really dirty and old, and this one's broken, which is why there's a Doc McStuffins band-aid so that I could shut it. But basically you have this thing here, and if you twist it, it like changes the tightness, and you go 2 finger widths down your wrist, so roughly where these ponies are, and then you'll put this piece here in the center here, and the pressure is supposed to help with like motion sickness, pregnancy, nausea after you have like anesthesia, chemotherapy, nausea, just different things like that. But I use mine for chronic nausea. And then the next ones I have I don't really like, but for everyone's gonna have a different preference here. I have these here, and these here are very cute and pretty and a great idea because they, even though you're wearing them on the same wrists, you're like, it doesn't look like you're wearing a weird bracelet. So you could wear these when you're dressing up or whatever. But these here are called Queasy beads, and it's the same concept. And then this big one here goes in the middle on your acupressure point. Just like that. And I don't like them because it's made with like this type of cord, and it's really like, it's tight, but you can't adjust the tightness. And I like my PSI bands really, really tight, and this here is not tight enough. But if you go any tighter, you wouldn't be able to get it over your hand. Anyways, those are my helpful chronic nausea tools that I use on a day-to-day basis. And if you guys have any tips or anything that you guys use or find helps with your nausea, leave a comment in the comments and I will make sure to try them out. And I will talk to you all later. Toodles!